We need tea.
We have tea.
Do
we need more tea?
Yeah.
Well, we could do that.
You need to make another infusion.
This will be the third infusion, though. That'll make us liars.
Well, anyway.
Back to the plot.
Welcome to the second infusion.
Now we can talk about spoilers. So, talk about the big two that I think we'll be talking about every week now.
Well, let me start off by saying the thing I wanted to say earlier about Fate Zero.
Fine.
I thought it was interesting that Mordred said that he was talking about his father, King Arthur.
Yeah, his father.
Whoops. Well, I forgot.
What? Wait. What's the spoiler here? What's interesting about it?
Just that Mordred's a servant, and she doesn't want to be a woman, and the whole kind of dynamic between her and her father, quotes, maybe.
All right, so I want to take a moment and address something. You know, this is sort of has little to do with this show, but King Arthur was not trans. Like, King Arthur insisted upon being called king because that was the title that they were given. But King Arthur was very much a woman. And they addressed her as a woman the entire time, and that was fine.
You're talking about in Fate, right?
Yeah, Fate,
Okay.
Fate's Day Night, and every other time that King Arthur's a thing.
Yes.
Mordred is different.
Though her name is Arturia, not Arthur.
I'm going to say Arthur. Mordred is different.
You can be wrong.
I can be wrong about that.
That's your prerogative.
It's just easier for me to say. And Mordred is different, though. The first and second... I think second. Anyways, the time that she's been called a woman, she almost kills the guy. Like, she is trans.
I think she just doesn't want to be taken lightly, like, as a feminine...
No, because there are badass women. And there are badass women in anime who are just like, yeah, I hit like a woman. This is what it's like. And, you know, I'm going to do it better than a man sort of thing.
True.
No, in this case, you know, I'm going to say he because that's what it looks like he's going for. And actually trans, as opposed to King Arthur, who just dressed like a man because that was what she had to do.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. And the reason I brought this up was because Mordred said, my father, King Arthur.
She just said my father.
No, I think she said
who
my
is
father.
King Arthur.
No, we had this conversation at the moment. It was just like, by father, it's meant what? Because obviously there was a dude that was in this circle that made Mordred. It could have been Lancelot. It was sort of like one of those things, like, it seemed like, you know, that they were talking about King Arthur or Arturia at the time, but at the same time it raises questions because there was a dude in there somewhere.
Well, it raises questions because I think it's kind of going towards an alternate universe where King Arthur was a guy and not Arturia, who we know and love.
Well, we also know that King Arthur wanted to be called king and a male and all that because of, you know, political stuff that was back in when she was alive.
Yes.
So I'm thinking probably the same plot will be going on with, what was her name?
Mordred.
Yeah. Like,
that's why
I have a brother, and, you know, he's going to take, but if I am a dude, I can take it.
I think that's why she was going against the whole don't call me a woman thing.
I really don't think so.
Because those are not male clothes she was wearing.
That, well...
Not the armor, I mean her the casual...
She's got hot pants and the, like, I would barely call it a tube top.
Yeah.
It's basically just, like, I don't even know.
That's true, and they did go shopping. That wasn't something that... I mean, they can pretty much manifest clothes, can't they?
I don't know.
No, only their armor and, like, their official clothing.
Yeah, because Ryder goes shopping, too, to get his world shirt. That was the special package for the game.
Like, why do I need pants?
Oh, and then there was that whole episode where he's like, we need to go and get pants. And he's like, why do you want that so much? Pants!
But you gotta watch, Nick.
I saw that part.
Okay, good. Yeah, so that's granted. I guess that'll play out more. But yeah.
Right.
So that's the only thing I had to say about that.
Right. So, let's go with, drum roll please, Dragon Ball Super. You sound excited.
No, you took all my hype.
Yeah.
Got enough for all three of us.
I enjoyed the last episode, like all the other episodes.
Surprise!
I like how she got control of the Broly power.
That was nice.
That was neat.
Everything was nice.
It was.
I liked that one universe or like alternate whatever manipulator. Like, I'm safe in here, and 18 goes, well, I'm just gonna throw the thing.
Yeah. Here's what we do with this.
There were a couple times where it was just like, oh man, I wonder what direction they're going to go, and they just like flat dealt with it in really quick ways. But oh yeah. Also that they let the Saiyans go.
Yeah,
that was nice.
Well, that's a very Goku thing to do.
Yes, it was like a bro-sis moment. Like, you're going to get stronger. That's when our real fight will begin. We've got 40 minutes.
I like how, yeah. Hey, it'll happen. Saiyans get strong quick.
Yeah.
I like how the whole like hero team, whatever you want to call them,
Toku Sentai.
Yes. They it seemed like they were. I think they are confirmed the strongest universe, right?
Not confirmed, no.
But
Out
kind of supposed. It's like they're kind of worked up towards it.
They are the universe that's going to be the main antagonist.
They've been shopped that way.
It's not going to be the Sailor Scouts.
Question: was their universe one that was exempt from needing to participate, and they just chose to?
No. I think there was one that like got killed off beforehand.
Besides that, there was. They said when they were announcing the tournament that there were 3 or 4 universes that were just exempt from it.
Yeah, they were not one of them.
Okay.
Because there's 12 universes total right now, so.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Now there's 11.
So yeah, I like how they were worked up to be the huge, strong, bad team, bad guy.
The big bads.
Yeah, the big bads, not the bad guys. And like they're just getting wiped out left and right.
Well, only 2 people seem to matter: Jiren and Topo.
Yeah,
because right now there's only 3 or 4 people left. There's Jiren, Topo, knockoff Beerus.
Yep.
And
knockoff Beerus.
Yeah, he's the same species. The cat, super fast. Yeah.
Yeah. How did you not notice that?
Wait, is he short?
Ish.
Is he like a tornado guy?
No.
Oh,
that one's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, they're not. That one he disappeared.
Like, he flashed away. Yeah.
But,
okay, whatever.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, because they've set it up ever since they introduced the intro that Jiren will be the big bad for Goku to fight. Now the question is, who's gonna job to him? Because we have so many options now of who's gonna be the jobber. To those who are not...
explain the wrestling terms.
John, do you want to take this one?
Who's going to be Vegeta is the question. I mean, like, right. So they got to set up the fight, and it's, it's one thing to hear about someone's greatness from afar. Like, right now we have Topo that's like, oh, if you were on my level or even close, you'll never beat that man. And right now, that's all we've got. But what's going to happen is he's going to fight someone and make them seem like an utter infant, most likely, or, just overwhelmingly strong so that you feel that power before Goku goes in and beats him.
Yeah, the perfect example is when Cell went perfect, and we got an example of just how strong he is by having Vegeta with his whole new form and whatnot, who was at the time, the strongest being alive, who just got completely destroyed by Cell. And so that was a job. All he was there for was to show how strong the other guy is. And so with Jiren, we have opportunities. Like, he takes out Golden Frieza in just a couple of blows. He makes Hit look silly. Vegeta again. Kale goes full superpower, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Broly, whatever, and Vegeta knocks it out anyway.
It's just called Super Saiyan Broly.
Yes.
Well, that already happened, kind of. Like, I actually don't know why they didn't.
It was a sneak attack, though, so... It was a sneak attack. She didn't see it coming, so they could, you could make that argument. But, like, there's so many, like, people that it could be just, oh my god, Jiren took him out like nothing. What's Goku gonna do, I wondered.
Yeah. I think maybe Vegeta and Hit will double team. Who knows? Mm-hmm. There's so many good opportunities.
That'd be a nice team up.
Yeah.
Vegeta and Hit.
It'd be odd.
Oh, Vegeta and Hit. I thought you meant Goku.
Nah.
Goku and Hit would be fun too. I could see that happening momentarily.
So next episode, we're going to have the Sailor Scouts finally jump in on the action.
Yeah, Reverse Sailor Scouts.
Yeah.
That'll go well.
For us.
They've shown enough to imply that they're strong as hell, so...
Oh, really? I thought they were implied to be the weakest universe.
Nope.
Huh.
They would imply to be, someone
Up
to contend with.
Who was the weakest universe?
Universe 9, the ones who had gone. Them in Universe 10.
The furries?
Yeah.
Yes.
In Universe 10, the muscle men. They're mostly gone at this point.
As a matter of fact, it's like a, cutscene. Frieza's just holding one of them and tosses them out. Like,
yeah.
that
was the leader.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't even Golden Frieza.
No. And it wasn't even Sweaty Frieza. It was just like...
Look what I found.
Casual Frieza.
Yeah.
Like, the dust is clearing. Oh, look, filth.
Mm-hmm. Sadly, I saw one spoilered image.
Oh. Don't want to know.
Okay, so I won't say it. But yeah, it'll be exciting to see what new stuff they come up with the whole changed landscape. Because they imply with the Grand Priest, speaking with the Zenos, that the Canon Father is now gone. All that's left is the awesome people.
The real fight begins here.
Yeah. Right, so...
The true Dragon Ball Super begins now.
Yes. So next up, My Hero Academia and the conclusion of the Hero Killer Stain.
That did end differently than I expected.
What did you expect?
I expected them to kill him, but not in that way. Like, he punctured his own lung is how he went out.
Mm-hmm.
But the last thing that was said was he was the only one facing his enemy, and that just was quite powerful. Ida
Kun.
He came back around to the good side.
Yeah.
And
the noble side.
Yeah, and he's actually now a very good rebirth of his brother.
Yeah,
because he's like, I'm really a worthless person. I'm really no good. I'm just going to be support, basically. And that's basically what his brother was doing. He was just surrounded by greatness and just sort of, led them, but basically in a support role. It was really kind of cool what they did with him. Like, he had superpowers. He had a decent head on his shoulders. But he was just like, hey, you with that superpower, there.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, what's the second, the Hellfire, second place hero?
Something with an E.
Todoroki.
His dad.
Hellflame, I think, was his hero name.
No, that's his power.
Yeah, what was...
it's something with an E.
Endeavor.
Yeah. Yes. Now that, he's not like that. He's a leader, but he's just like, hey, you make it over there. I'm going to take care of all this stuff because I can... that was silly. Like, jeepers.
Yeah, most of his fighting with the Anomus was filler, actually, and they did a really good job with that.
Yeah, they did.
I like his fire spear.
I liked his fire running up the wall. and fly. I mean, like, holy crap. I mean, he's not even... Because he's one quirk... He's a one-hit wonder. He's a one-quirk real guy. He's not even super strength. He's just like
he makes things hot. And look at what he can do with it.
I guess he doesn't have to spend any time warming up before his workout. So he can just...
Okay.
So now that we have like a full conclusion and with no idea of what's going to happen, where do you think the story's going to go?
Well, they're gonna have to find out who that man is. Perhaps using that quirk.
Jutsu. I'm just glad that Ida's back on the good guy side again. I was really pretty worried that I thought it was like a 5 to 10% probability that Ida was just going to die, or be like scarred in such a way where his character is dead, but they're the hollowed out shell of Okube. I mean, Ida is just going through the motions. Yeah, so I'm quite glad to see him back with some gusto. He came out of it for the better. I think Todoroki came out of it for the better, and the main character Midoriya came out of it for the better. So,
yeah,
they're right now, in my opinion, teetering on the wall. I think that Endeavor and at least one of the other ones are going to fall off to the side of the heroes as they are understood now. And this has given Midoriya the chance to sort of fall on the other side, where All Might is, where, you know, he will, even if it's his last breath, die facing his opponent. You know, and he sort of cultivate that true heroism, which Stain was going for.
Well,
yes.
I'll give one very, very minor spoiler to give you guys some ideas so you can talk about it. The events with Stain
were isolated?
No. It becomes... I don't even remember how it happens, but it becomes publicly known, like, all the stuff that happened. Like, everyone now knows about it. It becomes like a national story. Like, what he said, what he wants to do, etc. And so, like, his message of, you know, these heroes and villains are just fucking... I said a bad word. Just freaking... worthless. They're just playing for money. They're not real heroes.
Right.
Like, the message gets spread.
And accepted?
You tell me, what do you think happens?
Well, I forgot about this, but when I was watching it, my initial impression was going to be that, you know, they were going to be heroes. You know, like, these are the guys that brought down the hero killer, you know, like, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I would kind of hope that there are some people in that universe that are intellectually strong enough to sort of get, you know, the implications of what he was trying to do, like, and still condemn him, but be like, yeah, look at this is really corrupt. Because the way that they set up the laws indicates that, you know, they sort of recognize the problem with having a bunch of vigilantes, but also couldn't deny the current utility that was required to fight the bads that are coming out of the woodworks. You know? So we've now gotten to a place in terms of the story where things have more or less settled, so they know how to cultivate and deal with quirks. It's no longer a new thing. So we're in a stage where the society can evolve.
Just by basic plot, there's going to be people saying, no, he's wrong, and other people saying, wow, he has a point.
I mean, I think that there's going to be a lot more people.
Heroes and villains.
Right. Well, especially villains. They have the most to gain from it. Like, initially, like in the first stages. Heroes have the most to gain in the long run, but I mean, like, that's a pretty devastating critique.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it'll definitely change the way everyone thinks about heroes, and probably a lot of the ones who are more image focused, they're not going to be too happy. Some of them will decide to change themselves and take a look at what they're doing with, you know, everything and their attitudes. It's kind of like the scene during the school entrance test where everybody ran away except Midoriya, and Ida's running away, and he's kind of like, what? He's going straight at it, or, you know, why isn't he running? And then he realizes that he's helping Gravity Girl, and he's like, oh, you know, in any other, if this wasn't a test, I would have gone after it. I would have, right?
Yeah.
And he actually has that moment of self-doubt.
And we saw in the tournament arc that there are some heroes that have quirks which are not exactly looked on nicely, like the mind control one.
Yeah.
No, so that was like castaways that have like evil quirks, but they're not evil.
And those are the ones that are gonna end up turning into villains just by societal kind of reactions to that.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, mind control guy, he's got to get a teammate. I just had an idea that if he has a teammate that doesn't talk too much, especially one that wears a helmet, he can install a microphone so he can talk through this teammate, and then when the person responds to that, he's got them.
Would it work with microphone?
I don't know. I think it would, because all it requires, as long as he's close enough. I think his quirk works by the words have to enter. Once the words end, so pretty much by me talking, my sound waves reach your ear, and so that sort of every word that I use tells you a little bit more about me, and it sort of has, it obviously has a literal frequency in terms of the sound, but it also has the things that I choose just instantly changes your brain waves to sort of oh, that's that guy. And I think that's how his quirk works, is that they pick up, the direction and the types of waves that come from their speech, and he's like, oh, okay, it's that guy, and then he's able to control them for X amount of time.
Maybe.
So, it has to be directed at him, which is something I think that his quirk picks up. I wonder if he can expand on that to make it as long as he can hear him talk.
Yeah, a teammate would be a really good idea.
I know. Anyways, that was just something I thought up as you were talking about it.
Yeah,
and so sort of building on that, at this point, when heroes became heroes is when quirks were less common. So it was like maybe 20% of the population, for one. And then for two, at that point, nobody knew how to cultivate quirks. So let's say that you had a dumb quirk like, Frog Girl. Praise be unto her. You wouldn't do anything with it. You just, I got a long tongue. Maybe I'll, tongue lick myself or something, but you wouldn't do anything. But in this culture...
She'd make a lot of money.
Yes. In this culture, there is a hero trend, and you can be a hero or you can be a villain, and so she was sort of supported into figuring out a way to use that in a heroic manner, and she was supported by figuring out all kinds of different utilities.
I think a better example would be the grape head guy.
The which one? Oh, yeah. Okay, yes, that exactly. And he's in the hero course of the most prestigious academy.
Yeah, how did he get there?
That's a good question. Actually, I still don't know.
They thought about if we let him be a villain, that could end kind of bad.
That's the whole line of thought. Probably political, actually. The thing about it, his dad is just like the vice president or something. I don't know. But anyways, he's there, and it's now to the point where you don't really need to have this select group of heroes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everyone's a hero in their own way. Yes. So it's archaic.
And I think that's about as much as we can do with that. So, next up, the Throne Games.
I was shocked at their opening sequence again.
What was it?
Oh, man. They opened up with Jon Snow meeting Daenerys Targaryen.
Why were you shocked about that?
Because they started the episode with it. This was something that fans have been waiting for forever.
Yeah. I was expecting that to be a cliffhanger.
Exactly.
He's here. God damn it!
Yes.
The pizza finally came.
Yeah. Oh, man. That was, and it was exactly right. Like, I'm not complaining about it. I was just shocked at the time. I'm like, oh, they're actually going through with this now. As they're walking that big serpentine 6-mile-long bridge, I thought they were going to cut it off there and have the meeting later.
Last the entire episode without having anything going on there.
I didn't know how they were going to do it. I'm just like, oh, okay, that's probably what they're going to do. No, they're going to continue on with it. And, you know, the introductions.
Yeah, that was great.
I've already seen memes about that with Starbucks cup. Yes. Daenerys. Jon Snow. Like, oh, that great way to start it off. I think the main thing with Cersei was the death of her rival's daughter.
Yeah.
When it comes to cruelty, she is quite ingenious.
Oh, she's probably dead. I mean,
of course she is, but she's not dead yet.
For those of you out there, she will
give it an episode or two.
Well, the worst part is they're already in a place where they know they're going to die. You know, no matter what happens, unless there's a big jailbreak, they're going to die there. And there was some poetic justice in that being how she dies. And there was a small part of me, like just below my heart, but just below my stomach, or just above my stomach, just below my heart, that was just like, you know what? Yeah, you know, the mother figure deserves this. That was a vindictive, bad woman. But the daughter did not deserve it.
Cycle of revenge.
Yes, but Then it just took an even darker turn where we're going to keep you alive for decades as you watch her decay. Like, oh my god, someone needs to take her out. You know, like, and so I'm all for Jon Snow.
That's been the case for a long time.
Yeah,
my prediction at this point is going to be Jaime Lannister pulling another Kingslayer.
That's actually common. A lot of people think that.
He is getting increasingly frustrated and
getting more warnings.
There was something where when they're building the map on the ground in King's Landing, Cersei was standing on there's a place called the Throat. And, you know, okay, she's standing on there, and then Jaime walks, and he stands on the fingers. And so most people think that it's going to end up with him strangling her. And a lot of people are saying that was a,
foreshadowing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Interesting.
And they might be furthering that development. You know, like, I don't think that Cersei's going to react well to finding out that the Queen of Roses, or the Grandma of Roses,
Queen of Thorns,
Queen of Thorns, was the one that killed her baby boy.
Roses.
Yeah,
Queen of Thorns is a lot more intimidating.
It is.
I just realized now this also means that now Jaime knows that Tyrion was innocent.
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize that.
It's like we did all this shit.
That's the biggest part.
I know, but it was something
that's much more important than knowing that she did it.
Right. Well, but I was sort of caught up in that. It's just like I was more impressed by his restraint.
Yeah.
Like he was within punching distance, and he definitely wanted to, and nobody was going to know because, reasons.
Well, also Cersei wanted her
to suffer.
Tortured in all kinds of ways.
And he was rewarded with his, mercy, basically. She beat him in her death scene.
Yeah.
That was, that's the way for her to go out.
Yes.
And my heart sank when I thought, they finally got Casterly Rock. They delivered a nice little blow to Cersei. No.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Using the victory that we all cheered for with,
especially with
Robb,
with Tyrion's huge explanation about how he's gonna sneak in, and you could see the just full frontal attack, completely losing, and then he's like, "But we're gonna sneak in because I designed it, and I designed it with." A back door that only I can use because I, whatever.
Hookers.
Because hookers.
Also, I think it's his little bit of trickery to... his father designed the entire thing to be impregnable, and then... impregnable.
You got it finally.
And then here's this little thing that he designed, and it's the sole imperfection is the thing that Tyrion designed.
Nice. Yes. And that's what got him pregnant. I wonder if there's anybody that survived after that battle that could tell them, like, okay, they came in through the sewers, because eventually, presumably, the Lannisters are going to get Casterly Rock back now, because they can't stay there indefinitely. They're being blockaded. Their ships have all basically been sunk.
But it's a time thing. So it makes me wonder, like, battle strategy, what Daenerys is going to do. So, the Squid people, formerly, well, I guess...
Uncle Hentai.
And Uncle Hentai. No, he's not going to fight them, because they're not going to be a match. But they only have so much food left, because Jaime took all the food. And so they're going to have to, travel across the desert to get out of there. So they're kind of between a rock and a hard place.
Not across the desert. From Casterly Rock to King's Landing or wherever.
To anywhere.
There's not.
They basically have nowhere to go.
The desert's only to the south.
Yeah. Well, the point is they have, like, nowhere to go. So I'm wondering what Daenerys is going to do. Is she going to, like, send in her, like, the remaining people, the Dothraki, to help them out? Or is she going to talk with Jon Snow, like, okay, I really need your help, please? Like, what strategy is she going to use at this point?
I don't think that's her style. But she might. She might be like, you owe me one.
Mm-hmm. For the dragon glass? Or to get out?
For the dragon glass. Like, you owe me one for the dragon glass, please give me your people, we gotta...
Also, for me not killing you for being a traitor.
Yeah, because she needs the Unsullied. If she doesn't have the Unsullied, she will not be able to take King's Landing without, burning everyone alive. So she has to save them. Otherwise, everything is just out the window.
What Nick said was interesting, that the desert's to the south, that's Dorne.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the Dorns are thinking right now.
There's no main characters left.
Right. There's no main characters left, but there's still the Dornish people and the Dornish army. Like, they haven't done anything, right? They were on their way there and they were intercepted.
Correct.
But right now they're... was that their queen? Was she
pretty
royal?
much?
Yeah.
She's being executed as they speak. She's obviously in a dungeon.
She also performed a coup, so there's that. Who knows what the political situation is there?
They were already against Cersei. Like as the
Dornish?
Yeah, they've been against the Lannisters for a while in general, but
well, the leadership was. The people don't care about who killed whose kids.
I don't know.
Generally, I mean, you have, like, here's my princess, yay, but I don't think that the populace holds grudges for decades.
Yeah, so actually I really don't know where their leadership's at anymore.
Think of how many rulers there have been just in... I mean, it's been a couple of years in Showtime.
Right.
It's probably been like 3 or 4 years.
Looking at the map, essentially, the Dornish, they needed the ships to meet up with Daenerys, because in between them is King's Landing. They can't just walk over to where she is.
But right now they're set up as a pincer, then?
Potentially. Well, the Tyrells got taken out, so that was like a safe point in between.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That was a really good move. Credit where it's due.
And that's really far away from Casterly Rock. Yeah, Casterly Rock is surrounded by wastelands.
Let me see.
It's kind of hard to see because it's bloody because I put it up, but you can see the word wastelands around Casterly Rock.
It says Westerlands.
Does it? Let me see. Wait, no. Yeah, it does. But I see pyramids, which implies...
mountains.
God
Man, you are really bad at map reading.
It's bloody, okay? I had to make it big. Let's see, the Tullys are just kind of hanging out, it looks like...
The Tullys, yeah, wait a second. Daddy Tully, he was... He did something this episode, which was interesting.
This episode?
Yeah. They were basically talking... They were trying to get him onto Jaime's side, I think. And he's just like, no.
Oh, the blackfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he ran away.
Basically.
Yeah, he's just like, no, I refuse. That was pretty interesting. Oh, and then Sam.
Oh yeah, Sam. What, you were expecting a reward? Your reward is not getting expelled. Now get to work copying these decaying scripts.
Yeah,
on
and
flesh.
watch out.
Watch out for the bugs.
They like scrolls, but they like flesh too. But Mr. Mormont, or whatever his first name is, Jorah Mormont, I feel better. I thought it was just the altitude and the environment.
The air
and the
is
guy's
nice
just
here.
Yeah, and the guy's just looking at him like, uh-huh.
Really? Uh-huh, okay.
But good on him for not being stupid,
Jorah?
No, the old man, Headmeister.
Oh, of course.
He's just like, all right, you could have really messed things up. I mean, like, really bad. I mean, think about that for a minute. That's the most infectious disease known to man now, and 100%, well, now 99.99% fatal.
I like Sam's description of how he succeeded. Like, what did you do?
I read the book
and followed the instructions.
Genius.
It's like, all right, well,
ask Yahoo Answers.
My follow-up question would be, how did you get him to not scream? I asked him to not scream. But that was a fun scene. Just all around. And I think, I don't know, I think that he's being groomed to be like a higher up maester. I'm shocked that he didn't get a chain.
He was before, and I'm surprised that they didn't. Well, first of all, that he didn't mention that. I don't think he did he?
What?
That he was kind of being groomed to take over for.
He did, yeah.
That he was going to be the Night's Watch maester.
Yeah,
he said that, but they still haven't done jack diddly with it.
He kind of said he was the assistant, the squire or something. But
no, Jon Snow assigned him as the new maester, and he sent him to go get his chains, but also to dig up information to figure out how to kill the White Walkers.
Well, so that's like his training, I guess, is to just be a servant,
clean diarrhea.
Yeah, but I'm surprised that they didn't take him a bit more seriously before this.
Mm-hmm.
Because
and after this.
And after, yeah.
He's still getting...
Right, both. Because
what would be really neat?
He's got a ton of practical experience from, like, one of the foremost maesters in the world.
Do you know what would be really neat? This is the process by which they gain their chains. Meaning that
just,
instead of, like, we've always thought about, like, Pokemon
do an
training.
Innovative thing until, like, be a slave until you, like, force your way out, basically.
Kind of. So, like, right now, he's already earned, like, just humor me for a second. He already, has earned his... We've thought about it like Pokemon training. Like, you got the badge! And here's another chain. What maesters do to sort of prove their greatness is they intern basically there, and they do a bunch of things. So he's already done secret research, he's already gotten the stealing badge, he's already done all these other things.
The stealing badge.
Yeah. And so as they're doing this, they're specifically not rewarded in any way, shape, or form. And then eventually, when they done screw up big enough to get sort of kicked out, they're like, all right, and you've made this chain. Like,
okay, so it's the secret test that we all love.
Exactly. It is knowledge for knowledge's sake, as opposed to the next chain.
Uh-huh.
Or they have to accidentally a PhD.
Yeah. A similarity would be the Christmas Carol. Jacob Marley and Scrooge, they unknowingly forged their chains. I think that might be a call out to that. As of right now, he's making his chain unknowingly. Okay. I sort of doubt this is the direction they're going to go, to be honest, but that would be cool. I would approve.
Yeah.
I would very much approve of that.
I approve of all secret tests.
Good, because yours has been going on for years.
Yes.
And then the the final big thing that happened is Senor Bran is finally back at the wall.
And
yeah.
like he's just lit out of his mind or whatever it is.
It's like, you're gonna be the new king of the North.
What are you?
I am a three-eyed raven.
What is that? There's no time to explain. Well, who told you this? The three-eyed raven. I thought you were the three-eyed raven.
I told you.
No time to explain.
Leave me with the trees. They will tell me.
I'm leaving. I'll stay here, man.
Wait,
it was
you
a
can't
beautiful
walk.
wedding dress. What?
Oh yeah, the wedding dress.
Was that referring to her and Tyrion's?
No,
I think it was referring to her
events.
and what's his name?
Ramsay
Bolton.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, they got to do stuff with him,
She's
which
got
brings
a lot
up
of marriages.
Yes, she does. She was the original millennial. So this brings up an interesting thing, in my opinion. So far, the Lannisters, they have the science and the power. The initial, like, now powerful things. Everything non-Lannister, we have all the magic. Yes. I should say they have all the magic, but nope, I'm on the side. We have all the magic. We have the three-eyed raven, who right now is a kid who really doesn't know what's going on and just looks stoned out of his mind.
No, he knows too much what's going on. That's kind of the problem.
Right, okay, yes, he's seeing a million things at once, and he can't pick out the single drops in the ocean. That's his problem. We have Jon Snow, who just is now a prisoner. We've got the dragons that don't want to destroy things. We've got...
no, they'd love to destroy things. They're just being kept in check as much as they can be.
What else do we've got? Oh, we've got Sam the Maester, who may or may not be forging his chain in between cleaning out crap bowls. And then we have the Hound and all of his merry men.
Oh, yeah.
Who can't die.
I'd file that under technology.
They have the Red Priestess and all of that magic stuff.
Oh, that was another thing. Why didn't she say... So she was at Dragonstone. Why didn't she tell Daenerys, hey, Jon Snow's coming. He's going to tell you a bunch of truth. You should trust him.
She said, listen to what he has to say.
Yeah.
There's only so much that she can say because Jon Snow, he's the T-man of the group. Like, there are certain he just needs to get across this information, and instead of like piece by piece, he's just like, nope, the dead are coming. Yep, and the Night King. What is that? He's just like, you don't believe me, do you?
There's also Grunkins and Snarks.
Yeah, that's what you called them. I did. Yes, I did call them that. And yeah. I think that it'll be a revealing moment when she finds out that he actually died for what he believed in.
Yes.
If they lay the foundation for her to believe what he says. Or I think he's just going to take off his shirt is what he's going to do, and it's going to be hot.
Ooh.
I just hope that the cousins aren't going to bang.
Oh, they will.
I think it's a niece and nephew.
Even better.
Yeah.
And he's older than she is.
I want him to bang.
What a twisted tree, the Targaryens.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out now, and it's timey-wimey.
It's the only guy who seems to know the real threat, versus the only woman who seems to actually do anything for the people. I want him to bang and make an awesome child.
They can't just talk.
No.
They can't just,
No, they gotta bang.
We need awesome progeny of this.
Make babies, now.
And they can't just have, like a couple generations to make it genetically safe for them to not become future mad kings and
plus
queens.
Dany can't make babies anymore.
She can't?
No. Because of the witch doctor lady and the curse and all that stuff.
Ha! So they just be banging for genital fun.
That's something that they left out of the show that was in the book.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was... In the book, it ends with her getting her period.
What?
The last book ends like that.
The last book is just... And then she bled?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Well, that's powerful.
But that never happens in the show.
Yeah, and she's been wearing a lot of tight white dresses. It would show up.
Ew.
So in the show, she still has the curse.
She's been wearing black a lot recently. Never mind.
Well, because she's in Westeros now.
Yeah, that was just a night and day change. She used to always wear those
A lot
flowing
colder there.
What? Yeah. Sansa
It's time for leather, not silk.
was pretty decent at leading. I don't know why
Yeah,
I
she
thought
did a
about
good
that.
job at that.
But anyway. Oh, it was because of the leather. Is there leather on those? No. Shouldn't there be? That's a good point.
Oh, yeah.
Metal on.
Duh.
Yep.
But,
Metal on
to
bearskin
see
and
that
you're
just in
freezing.
passing and figure it out, that's pretty good.
Oh, leading. I thought you said bleeding.
Leading. Oh, yes, that too.
Okay.
She bleeds a lot.
Different,
She's never missed a bleed.
different conversation in hindsight.
Or wait, has she missed a bleed?
I don't know.
Could she be pregnant with
No.
Ramsay's kid?
No.
It would have come up by now.
This has been more than 9 months?
It's been more than enough for you to notice, hey, I'm not bleeding and my stomach's getting bigger.
She has other things to focus on, okay?
Like Littlefinger.
Ew.
That's how you get pregnant. With the... Oh, you mean...
No.
Oh. The T-Man is not a funny man.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh. So, I think this just about... Unless somebody else has something else.
Which is really funny. You should be funnier because your name essentially, translated means teehee.
What?
You're the T-Man. A synonym for man is he. You're you named yourself T-he, and you should be funnier.
Ooh.
Well, I hope I'm funny, because then I'd be the only one.
Funny looking.
Oh.
Huh?
T-he.
Yeah. That's it for this episode.
Wah, wah.